It is live out here.
I'm a fat guy on YouTube with delusions of grandeur, so it's pretty safe to say that I have failed at my life.
Enjoy my sweater.
I think that's important, and I think it's healthy.
It is live out here.
Steal a line from the old Saturday Night Live, and I'm going to call this BVD's Not Necessarily the Sports News. Well, YouTube is at it again, being King Boss Nuts. So I log into YouTube today for the first time, and I have a big pink warning sign hitting me in the face. Evidently, I now have a strike on my account because of some kind of copyright complaint from a third party. And the video that YouTube took down for me was the video titled Kentucky, Tennessee Surprises Kentucky or Shocks Kentucky or whatever. Wouldn't that sound great, Vols? And it was the video that I put up last Thursday after Tennessee almost beat Mississippi State. So I went back into my videos, watched the video again, and the only thing I can think of that got me for copyright infringement was I had my little flip cam and I put it on the TV and filmed the last 4 seconds of Tennessee losing to Mississippi State last week. Well, I find it very odd that I would have gotten a copyright strike for that because I've done that hundreds of times on here. In fact, I used it in the Kentucky game this weekend as we lost to Kentucky. So as a precautionary measure, so as not to get another strike on my account, I went ahead and took that video down where we lost to Kentucky. So I will say again, congratulations to Casual Gamer Reed, Cats Fan, and all of the other fans of Kentucky on here, Nailbender. Anyone else that's a Kentucky fan, be it Typer or not, congratulations on beating us Saturday in basketball. Whoever the hell XOS Technologies is, evidently they didn't like me posting 4 seconds of a Mississippi State-Tennessee basketball game, because the rest of that video was simply me sitting there with my ugly self talking about Tennessee basketball. So what is safe to upload on YouTube anymore? Someone please tell me. So the coaching carousel goes on at the University of Tennessee. Tennessee and Alabama continue to play coaches go round. Last week, Tennessee hires Sal Sunseri away from Alabama to be its defensive coordinator. And sometime this weekend, I believe Saturday night or Sunday, Lance Thompson leaves Tennessee to go back to Alabama to take Sal's former job. Sal was hired 2 or 3 years ago at Alabama to replace Lance Thompson, who was hired away to come to Tennessee. So the Sal Sunseri, Lance Thompson coaching carousel continues in the Southeastern Conference. This concerns me a little bit, not because I'm worried about Sal Sunseri not being as good a coach as Lance Thompson, merely because the players at Tennessee have been vocal about their like for Lance Thompson. In fact, a lot of the players made it known when Tennessee was searching for an OC or a DC that they wanted to see Lance Thompson get the job. Of course, Derek Dooley gets Sunseri, and the rest, as they say, is currently history. We'll see how this plays out next fall when football season begins. Just a couple more weeks until recruiting season. Tennessee, of course, gets a big commit from the mammoth defensive tackle. 6'6", I believe, 380. A lot of comparisons to Terrence Cody at Alabama. That's a pretty big comparison, so we'll see how the young man does. His name escapes me right now. But the name is not what's important right now, rather the production that can be expected from him. And my final thoughts today are on all of the violence involved with sports fans. Like, for example, we had a Niner fan shooting a Raider fan in preseason. Now, most recently, we have I believe, Saints fan shooting a Niner fan at an Atlanta Applebee's. And, of course, there's the whole cattle dog thing where he has been receiving threatening PMs from a Niner fan threatening to come see him with his address and blah blah blah. And I know Cattle Dog's not making this up. He's been telling me about this for some time now, and I just said show him the melon video. That'd pretty much stop that shit. But what's wrong with people in general in the world today that they feel like it's okay to sexually assault another fan in public, to shoot another fan in public or in private, and just some of the really crazy shit that goes on. Now, I think ever since day one of the internet, we've had people threatening people on the internet. There's been internet badasses from day one on here, so that's probably nothing new. But the fan shootings have become, I'm not going to say a common thing, but you know, it's just something that's becoming more prevalent in our society. And it's getting to the point where, is it going to get to the point where as a fan you become scared to go to a rival stadium? Now, I'm not singling the 49ers out, but it just seems like a lot of the shit this year involves Niner fans. And I've seen, Rams fans since '83 put up a video of when he and his buddies went to the Niners game this year at the Stick, and as they walked through the parking lot, every single Niner fan just about that they crossed was giving them shit. Now, I know it's sports. I know it may be a little different in the NFL than it is in college, I guess, but there's a difference between giving an opposing fan a little bit of shit and that opposing fan being scared to walk through a parking lot. Now, I don't know if Rams fan was scared to walk through the parking lot. Evidently not, but I guess it's different, like I said, between college and the NFL. JD's videos he put up, for example, JD walking through the parking lot with his camera is nothing new. Everybody does it. I do it. I've seen other fans do it. But I guess the approach is different. JD walks through a parking lot heckling opposing fans as he sees them, whereas some of us prefer to walk up to opposing fans and welcome them to their town, or ask them questions about what they think's going to happen. And I'm not accusing JD of being a terrorizing fan or anything like that, because I know nobody would be scared of JD if he approached him. But I'm just saying, that's the difference, it seems, between the college and the NFL fans. In college, it seems to be college-type pranks. In the NFL, does it come down to shooting and threats? I don't know. You guys tell me your opinion.